2025 is over. It's in the past. It's done. The past is in the past. I have let it go. Not by choice, but by the force of physics. 2025 is over and I've done something very impressive. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get nominated for a Nobel Prize or any Nobel Prize. It could be chemistry, physics, biomedical, economics. I'm going to get all Nobel Prizes because I've done something that is worthy of a prize. I went the whole year in 2025 without going on a single date. No, I did not go on a romantic date at all in 2025. And you know, this might be a trend for the rest of my life. Let's see if we keep the streak going in 2026. I didn't plan on not going on a date. If anything, I actually made the joke. Okay, you know what? Let me just attempt to go on one date in 2025. That was my New Year's resolution in 2025, which I failed. And will I fail it again in 2026? You know, the jury's still out there. We don't know. Survey says maybe, most likely, probably yes. You know, the year just passed by. You know, obviously there were women were interested in. I've talked about getting rejected twice in 2025. So obviously there were at least two women I wanted to take out on a date, but they said no. They said no, and I can't force someone to do something they don't want to do. I'm not the IRS, I can't just make you pay your taxes or threaten you with jail. But I think about how in 2026, I really don't know what I'm bringing into this year. Well, I'm bringing the trauma of failure, which I don't know if I would call it failure, because people are exercising their free will. People are free to say no to me. People are free to do what they want. I think it's perfectly okay to not go on dates in a year, 5 years, 10 years. I think it's perfectly okay if you don't want that as a part of your life. I think it's perfectly okay if you want that as a part of your life. I love how I've become a dating channel. So next thing you know, I'm going to be talking about blue pill, red pill, black pill, whatever Andrew Tate or whatever dating coaches, that's going to be me. I'm bringing back that side of YouTube. When it comes to this topic, I know absolutely nothing. I'm not here to give you dating advice. If you walk away with, oh my gosh, I'm going to find my next boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm going to find my next spouse, or I'm going to have a better marriage or a better relationship. I'm going to tell this to my fiance. Okay, you know what? I would be very surprised as somebody who really has an awkward social demeanor and is trying to figure out interpersonal relationships. I'd be very surprised if you walked away with this with some kind of clarity about dating. It kind of just happened. The end of the year was happening, and then it just, January, the next day, and then the next day. Because I'm not on dating apps, which I feel like is a political position, not being on dating apps. They just seem like a waste of my time. I tried a dating app for 25 hours. Actually, I don't even think I lasted 25 hours. I tried Hinge for 20 hours and then deleted my account when I ran into somebody I knew. I said, no, don't want that. And so, I meet people either through mutual friends or events either mutual events or just people I generally know. But, that's generally how I meet people who I know. But in general, nothing really happens. Nothing really, I just live my life. If people ever see me out with a woman in public, that's my sister or my cousin. And okay, fine. When I'm not with my sister or cousin, that's my friend from college. That's generally it. I'm not, being out with someone in public, that's not anything. That's just it's actually been for so long since I've been on a date that a part of me has forgotten the whole practice. I even forget that people do that. And I think this shows you more of a reflection of my personal life, but also more of a reflection of just Gen Z guys, where most Gen Z guys just go home, play Fortnite. Yeah, they might be on a dating app, they might not, but most of us are just single people. We're just living our life. I'm not going to say, oh, the juice ain't worth the squeeze or what, but for me, it's first of all, it costs money, something that I don't really have. I don't really have money, so that might be a big barrier. And second of all, it's like it almost feels like a job. It almost feels like a job. I gotta do this. I gotta I gotta iron my shirt. You gotta get that tie right. If you guys watched my reaction video, you would know that you gotta iron your shirt if you want to get gal. But for me, like dating just seems like this whole process, and it just doesn't seem fun at the moment for me. For other people, it might be fun. I watched The Notebook. I watched When Harry Met Sally. I read The Fault in Our Stars twice. So I'm a little romantic from time to time. I watch reality dating shows. Come on, Bachelorette, Bachelor, Farmer Wants a Wife, Love Is Blind, Love Island UK. That's me, baby. But I'm not going to, what is it called? I'm not going to base my whole life around it. Because at the end of the day, it depends on another person. And I can't control other people. And if people aren't interested in me, it might hurt. It actually does hurt. Like the two people that rejected me last year, I felt a deep pain that even now in 2026, I'm still trying to navigate that pain I felt in the past. But if people don't want me, it's life will somehow go on. The sun will rise and the sun will set, and things will continue. But I'm not going to base my life off things that I can't control. Because I saw a lot in 2025. Oh my gosh, I just got engaged. Oh my gosh, I just got married. And that's the weird part about being 25, 26 is you have the people that are starting to get married now. Like that's what I meant. What's going to be weirder is in 10 years from now, I'm going to start to see people getting divorced. 10 to 12 years from now, that's typically the cycle of people who do get divorced. It takes 10 to 12 years. Love is grand. Divorce is 100 grand. I did not come up with that line. But yeah, it's so interesting to look at other people and then say, oh man, I'm behind. And I've definitely felt that. I've definitely felt like, oh my, I need to find a partner and I need to do that. But, it's okay. Whether I find someone or if I don't find someone, that's okay too. What happens is as long, at least for me, is I live a life in which I give back to others, grow, love, and spread and be nice, be kind, and really just learn new things. Whether or not I do that with a romantic partner or not, I can't control that. I legitimately can't control that. And I'm not trying to. I didn't go on a date in 2025, and who knows if in 2026 I'll go on a date. Who knows? The jury, I still got 11 more months, we'll see. But whether I do or don't, my life will be okay. Will I feel uncomfortable or behind? Probably. I'll probably feel upset. And that's okay too, because that means I care. Because if I just, oh, I feel nothing. No, I'm a human. I'm a person. I'm going to react to emotional stimuli, whether it be positive or negative. And I'm going to try to figure this out in real time. And we'll see. Maybe one of these days you'll just see me, just holding a baby because I stole I just stole the baby. It's not my own baby. I just somehow found a baby on the side of the road. Be like, yo guys, boom, have kids. That's maybe the extreme. I'll go from didn't go on a date to look at my first child. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked, please like and subscribe. My socials will be linked down below and at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.